present that this meeting has been duly called and that notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. We may go into closed session in this meeting. If we do so, I will cite the subsection. Join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. So Leslie is not here tonight, but everybody else is. Public comment sheet. Nobody signed up on that? Okay. So there's none for that. Okay, action, I guess business items required for action.
We're supposed to have the public meeting first, so we don't have much of a public but us, but I mean, so, you know, it's, we give a quick synopsis. You want a quick synopsis of the budget?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Notice the public meeting to discuss budget and proposed tax rate. Tax rate didn't change, but the budget did change from when I prepared this document.
You can't hear you, Jimmy.
We brought a deficit budget to you, and now you said that you wanted a balanced budget, so I went back and reworked it, so.
Brian, are you picking him up?
Use that mic right there.
You can turn it up. You have to speak it.
Nope, doesn't sound like it's turned on.
Can Michael hear?
Hello? Great lines on the not.
Yeah.
Can you use this one right here?
Can you use this mic?
Jimmy,
Did that work?
you got on.
He's bringing another one down, so.
Can I just use that one right there?
Put it on the desk.
Okay, is that better?
Mm-hmm.
That's picking up the other one.
Now we got feedback off the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to hold that down.
Weird.
Huh. That one's off.
Technical technology is our friend.
Yeah.
I don't think Keisha should say that.
It's picking up.
Hey, all right, thanks, Brian.
You want a chair?
Pull a chair up.
Yeah.
That was a mic problem.
We'll get it, wait for tomorrow. We'll figure out the date. Not Mike Strange.
He's just strange. He's just strange.
The tax rate last year was $1.35. Now we're going to $1.3364. Part of House Bill 3 was a compression of our maintenance and operation rate. As long as we didn't go above 4.1%, we had the minimal amount of compression involved of $1.36 per $100 valuation. Our increase was about 2.6%. so we were well below the minimal amount. So that's why the tax rate is set at 105.47 for maintenance and operation, and the interest and sinking rate we left the same at 28.17.
We have compressed the tax rate over the last 2 years.
Yes.
Now we're down, we compressed over the last 2 years, I believe.
About 12.5 cents.
Yeah.
Or 11.5 cents. We were at $1.17 2 years ago.
Seeing where we were with the interest and sinking fund last year,
Same,
I know the rate's the same,
yes,
but we were at a deficit there,
yes,
so we'll be able to pick that up with the same tax rate because we
Yes.
should have less interest this year.
yes.
Okay,
And the reason for that deficit was because we called the bonds.
okay.
And I called a little more than, because we had about 2.7 million in fund balance on the INS side, which can only be used to pay debt, so try to pay it down some, so.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. The budget, it is now balanced at $30,091,212 for revenues and expenditures. The state, I mean, we get funded based on students in attendance. I'll be watching that very closely this year to make sure that we are going to meet our projections.
We did get an email today from Mr. Cagle. Our enrollment projections are up at the high school, so we seem to be enrolling more than we had last year.
Well, the graduating class was a little smaller than the incoming 8th grade class, so I was expecting his numbers to be up some. So my biggest concern is the kindergartners, first graders were not growing at that level. We're apparently about the same, maybe a little less, so. Food service, we have a balanced budget. Been talking a lot with Lori Humminson about what it's going to take to at least break even this year. She thinks we can do it on about 700 meals a day, or 700 lunches, 700 breakfasts, because we'll pick up, and she thinks it'll break even at that point in time. So if we can get more than 700, we can make some money then. And then on the interest and sinking, it also balances, still calling $1,545,000 from the 2011 bond issue. I did reduce the amount of interest that we'll be paying, because if we call those bonds in February, we don't have to make the May interest payments, so we should be well within breaking even in the interest and sinking fund.
Good.
All right.
I think it's important to note that instruction, we're spending, well, we're budgeted 1.3 million more than last year, 1.3 million more than last year, and even budgeted more than what we spent, probably 1.5 million. So instruction is up, which I think is positive for the district and our kids and everyone else.
Anything else?
Questions or concern? Well, questions? Questions? All right. I guess our portion of the public hearing is over. To the audience.
Shut that one off.
Mr. Adams, you turned that one off?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Good. All right, so that brings us down to business items requiring action. And the first is to discuss and adopt the 2020 tax rate.
discuss, or are we ready for a motion?
We can discuss, or we can have a motion. Anything we need to discuss on this?
I don't need any further discussion on it. Are you?
Nope, I don't think so.
I make a motion to approve the ordinance setting the tax rate for the 2020-2021 school year as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Next is the adoption of the 2021 budget. Any discussion on that?
We are still having meals for those kids that are not coming in at the, okay.
We have curbside pickup.
Yeah, I think we definitely need it noted in the minutes that Jimmy brought to us last week that there'll probably be several items that could be over budget due to COVID and other things. And I just don't want anybody to be surprised when he comes back with a budget amendment for those items.
Right.
We required him to balance the budget. We have a balanced budget, but there may be the case that we have to go over for that spending, and just need to note it here so that everyone understands that.
Right.
I think that's the biggest unknown right now is with the funding and with the COVID, that we don't know exactly what unknown expenditures may come out of all of that, so, yes.
Right.
All right. Stand for motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt the 2020-2021 budget as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. All right. Designated fund balance. Okay. Approve the undesignation of the designated fund balance for construction. Any discussion?
There's no detrimental impact to pulling that into undesignated, right? We don't have any consequence associated with changing the designation?
Next month, we can come back and designate something if we want.
Okay.
It's interchangeable at any point in time.
Okay.
Stand for a motion.
I'll make a motion for the undesignation of designated fund balance for construction as presented.
Second?
A motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Next one is the budget amendment for general operating fund. Any discussion on this?
Necessary contributions, aren't they, Jimmy?
Sir?
They are necessary contributions?
Yes, sir. GASB 24 is dealing with Medicare portion that the state pays on our behalf for retired teachers. The next one is for post-retirement benefits. These numbers I don't get until June or July of each year, so that's why we're doing it now. It's no cash on our behalf. It's things that the state has already paid for us. And some of them are from 2 years ago, but we're not gonna go there either, so.
Great.
Hey,
But
Michael,
this-
can you hear him?
He's kind of cutting in and out, but I'm getting every few words.
Okay.
Okay. And then the TRS on behalf payments, this is what the state pays our matching for TRS contributions. The employee pays some, the district pays some, and the state pays some. This is to adjust. In previous years, the rate had been 6.8 and it went to 7.5, and we didn't adjust it quite enough to take in the full 7.5%. So that's what that part is. And then the report that I sent you today, our instructional leadership and school leadership is With this last payroll that went out today, we had spent a little more than we had anticipated, and I'm saying the offset of that's going to be state revenue, which we should generate some additional state revenue to cover those two items.
Need a motion?
Make a motion to adopt the 2019-2020 budget amendment for the general operating fund as presented.
Second. You got it, Ruth?
Motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. And the last one on here is the debt service.
Yeah. From the 2011 series, we called 900,000. From the 2012 series, we called 430,000. Originally, we had budgeted 856,380. So we're needing to amend for the additional principal that we called on those bonds in the amount of 370,620.
Thank you. Stand for a motion.
Make a motion to adopt the 2019-2020 budget amendment for the debt service fund as presented.
Can you check the math? If you had 900, am I doing it right? You had 900 and 430, right? Subtract 856? Is that? I got, I'm just on the calculator, I got 473. Let me do it again. I mean, again, I could put the wrong button. Let me do it again. I get 473,620.
What are your numbers, Jim?
I get 473,620. And you got 373,620. Am I missing a number? You know, it's not new math to me. I may be doing it wrong.
It will work if we adopt this budget.
It'll be okay?
It'll be okay.
Okay.
Page 6 of this report that I sent out today.
Right.
373,620.
Okay.
I'm with you. The math is off by 100,000.
That's what mine, but I think he says there's an adjustment in the paper. But let me make sure.
I think what you were going with was what was on here that you sent out.
Yes.
There's been another.
That's how I computed it so
Okay.
far.
I just said that the data we had has a percent number. I want to make sure the math is right. That's all. Okay. Let me look at it again. Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. He's just checking. We're ready for a motion?
Do you have a motion on
We
the
got a
floor?
motion
You made
on the
a
floor.
motion.
Okay. We have a motion for this already?
Yep,
A second?
I'll second it.
All right, Drew seconds. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All right, motion carries. And if there's no further business, we're adjourned.
Thank you.